So this is the first day at Anime Expo. The last time we were here, Dickens and I came here in 2016. That was, what, 8 years ago?
Yep.
About 8 years ago. We're excited. I haven't watched anime since. Literally the last time I watched anime was in 2016 too. So I'm like not even familiar with any actors, any brands that they're going to be showing there. But I'm just here for Dickens. I'm excited, and there's going to be a lot of cool people there. Growing up, I used to love LA, but as I got older, just like every other city around me, like San Francisco, for example, it just starts going downhill as far as like economy and homelessness, just how they take care of the city. It's kind of sad to see. Los Angeles is a cool place. I was here a couple months ago for a Loki season 2 event, which was pretty cool. I got to see Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston and Sophia, I forgot her last name, something Del Monte or something. It's not Del Monte. So that was an awesome experience. That happened in actual Hollywood. There's something about Los Angeles that just kind of brings out kind of a childhood experience, I guess you could say, for lack of better terms. It kind of brings back memories to see like LA, how it is now. But yeah. So let's go to AX. Let me take you back to 2009, where this all started for me. That's when I was introduced to anime by my buddy Dickens, who was in this video with me. He's behind the camera at the moment. He introduced me to anime back in high school with another friend of ours, and ever since then I got addicted to it and I loved it. Shows like Lucky Star, K-On!, Cowboy Bebop, Nichijou. I would consume them left to right on the monthly basis. And in 2016, on our first AX trip, that was back when I was really into anime. there was sort of a little bit of a shift in the industry that I kind of saw. I saw kind of like the cutesy animes fading out and the more action-packed animes coming into the spotlight. And not that I don't like action-packed animes, I just feel like some of them lose substance. That's why I like a lot of slice of life ones like K-On! And Lucky Star, for example. We're kind of losing a little bit of that good storytelling. I mean, you could look back in the day and see animes like Clannad, you could see animes like Angel Beats, very heartfelt animes with a lot of emotional and heavy baggage in the stories. It's just not there anymore. And I think that's what kind of drove me away personally from the anime community. And I think you can have a good combination of both. The only thing is, that's a very hard thing to find at the moment. And usually those ones get overshadowed by the more action-packed features. I mean, when it comes to telling stories or when it comes to having a product, you want to have the broadest audience that you can possibly catch. And by doing that, you can't just focus on one thing here, focus on one thing here. You have to focus on sometimes multiple things at one time. So kind of going back to what I was talking about in 2016, our first Anime Expo that we came to visit here in LA. That was around the time where I started kind of pulling back away from anime. Like I mentioned, I kind of saw an industry shifting. And I think after that year is kind of the year when I realized like anime might not be for me anymore at the moment. Because the animes that I fell in love with, they just weren't there anymore. They're not in the spotlight anymore. I mean, I only saw literally one Mio Akiyama from K-On! One cosplayer and 300,000 people there? Only one Mio Akiyama being cosplayed. So to me, that's kind of showing like, okay, this new generation, new genre of animes coming in, that's natural, it's natural selection. But the thing is, could something like K-On! Survive today? Could something like Clannad survive today? It's getting pushed away for stuff that's not, it's just not there for me, at least personally. And I'm not trying to be a selfish person or a selfish consumer, for lack of better terms. It's just, could something like Clannad or something like K-On! Or Lucky Star or Angel Beats, can something like that survive today in the times that we're in now, where everybody is very kind of self-centered and kind of losing their humanity a little bit? So talking about Anime Expo itself, 2016 Anime Expo, I'm telling, I don't know if it was because I was so into anime at the time, and I got to see a bunch of my favorite characters from the shows I was watching at the time as well. Anime Expo 2016 was amazing. It was phenomenal. I got to see people like Danny Chu, Miss Habit. It was literally the first year where Joey the Anime Man and Aki Dearest met in person, along with Las Paz and Misty Cornexia. And for those who don't know, those are massive names in the anime industry. They have millions and millions of subscribers right now on YouTube. And I got to see them in person, actually in the halls with us normal people, if you could say. I got to see them and take pictures with them and interact with them. We actually went into panels just to rest. We rested up in panels. There's probably maybe 30 people there, but then all of a sudden you realize that who they're talking to on the panel is the main character or is one of the main characters in Nichijou. It's like, what in the world? Like, here's this voice actress who I've listened to for so long and who I recognize, and she's literally right here, literally like 20 feet away from us, and I like stuff like that is what was really cool. Something that I noticed is that they're starting to push anime out of the spotlight, and they're bringing in like Japanese culture itself, which is fine, but we're at an anime convention, so why not change the name to like Japanime Expo? Anime was always something that fused animation and reality together, and cosplay brings that out in us, on top of just having a great story, on top of having great characters. It all mangled up together makes something so real, and I feel like that's not there anymore. That magic is gone, and maybe it goes back to in the industry trying to pump out as much quantity as they can versus the quality that we're looking for. Did 2024 revamp my anime love? Yes and no. So let me explain. I'll say no, it didn't make me want to go back and start watching anime again. At least for now. Unless something crazy drastic comes out, or something very original comes out, or something that feels like the old school anime I used to grow up watching, I won't watch anime for a while now. And yes, because I appreciate the illustration art of anime. I love the illustration art of anime. I think for me, it kind of did a flip-flop for me. It went from loving the illustration first to loving the animations, back to loving the illustrations. So now for me, my love of anime is strictly on pages, something that's not moving or has life to it. So that's where AX 2024 left me, and we'll see what 2025 or 6 or 7, whatever next one we go to, holds up. But I guess that all depends on what the industry pops out next.